What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I have to admit, I don't watch Fox Business very often, but I've been starting to get clips from Fox Business. And I want to show you this because this is amazing what this lady said. And she's going to be talking about tariffs, but she's going to be talking about the good or the positives of tariffs. And this impacts millions, hundreds of millions of Americans. And it's amazing that they're talking about this like, you know, it's a new discovery, and this is going to be great for the American people when it's going to hurt millions of Americans. And so I want to show you guys this clip, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Now, you know, when it comes to tariffs, the talk is that tariffs are going to eventually cause inflation. Okay, and we've already seen some numbers come in. CPI came in last week, and it was showing that inflation was starting to rise a little bit. And then we got the PPI numbers, and that showed that inflation was on the rise. And so in the future, we're going to see more of this. We're going to see more information coming out, and we're going to be feeling the impact of tariffs. And so let me go ahead. I'm going to show you this clip. But first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please like the video. And if you're watching this video and you like content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so I'm going to show this clip. This is Fox Business. This is what the Big Money Show. And this lady is going to be talking about tariffs and the benefits of tariffs and what this and she's going to describe it as clever or something like that. You know, this is a good thing. So let me show you this. Here we go.
So I have a theory, and I have not discussed this with you off air or on air. The tariff revenue that's coming in, it is the foundation. And if the Democrats ever get control again, it's bad. But it is in part a value-added tax. It's a consumption tax.
Mm-hmm.
And
sales tax.
Yes.
Sales tax.
And Mr. Kudlow, if you look at it like that, it's kind of brilliant because in this way, because we really don't, as a nation, collect any income taxes from the bottom 50% of income taxpayers.
Okay, let me stop right there. So you see, she's saying this is brilliant. And she's saying this is, you know, they were basically saying this is the value-added tax or, you know, consumption tax. And she's saying we really don't collect taxes on the bottom 50%. So this is a great opportunity. Tariffs is a great opportunity for us to collect taxes on that bottom 50%. But it gets worse. Let's go ahead and listen to some more.
We only collect, I have the figures in front of me because I'm a dork. $63 billion is what the bottom 50% of taxpayers paid. It's only 3% of the total income taxes paid. So,
and 3%. Okay, she's talking about the bottom 50% contribute about 3% of the income tax. And now she sees this as a great opportunity because now we can get even more tax dollars from that 50%. That's what she's talking about here. Now, remember, Republican strategy, we're not going to tax anyone. That's their whole thing. Of course, the top end, the rich, wealthy people aren't going to have to pay more in taxes. But she is okay with the bottom 50% paying more in taxes, and she sees these tariffs as an opportunity to get more money out of the working class and the poor.
$63 billion is 3 months of tariff revenue. And it's just incredible. Like, that's the path to helping. I know that the deficit was $291 billion last month, but this is the path to helping close this yawning budget deficit.
Yeah, the answer is yes. Okay, the answer is yes. But to your other point, I thought you were going down in a different lane.
Which was what?
If the Democrats come back into power and they're getting all this tariff money, they'll try to spend it. Okay, and I don't think that is a healthy thing for the economy.
Right.
So, and by the way, that won't get you deficit reduction. So I'm rooting for another reconciliation bill.
Yes.
that will have significant tax reduction and reform, okay? Kind of a Steve Forbes type argument. Flat tax, lower the rates, broaden the base, get rid of the flotsam and jetsam. We don't simplify the code. I would use that tariff money in part, to cut tax rates, okay? Right across the board, I would cut. Now, President has said he's looking at a temporary tax rebate. He said that several times. I don't like rebate.
With the tariff money, that he would give the tariff money back.
That's correct. I don't like temporary anything. I don't think temporary rebates, it doesn't help anybody. It won't even be spent. A lot of it will be saved. Again, I go to Milton Friedman and the income hypothesis. Actually, that's what he wanted the Nobel Prize for.
The interest on the debt was triple the tariff revenue last month.
Well,
so can we...
We can eat that. We can eat that up by growing the economy faster. The growth element is so important here.
What I was going to say.
Let's have some.
But growing the economy with tariffs on, I mean, you have the situation where we're now seeing these tariffs being implemented. A lot of these companies, especially small businesses, they're going to go out of business. They're not going to be able to compete with corporations. Corporations can eat a lot of this. They don't have to pass that cost on the consumers, which ultimately I think they will, but they can wait it out. A big department store like a Walmart, they can eat a little bit of this and just hold out on these small mom and pop hardware stores and wait until they go under, and then Walmart can raise prices. Or they can raise prices, but they can raise it across the board on a lot of different items and just kind of balance it so it doesn't look like it's a huge increase. And so these small mom and pop stores, they can't do that. And so they're talking about economic growth when it comes to tariffs. We might not see that. We probably won't see that. We're probably going to see a lot of companies that are going to go under as a result of this, because now if they pay the tariff, that money will go to the federal government, but these smaller companies are going to have to raise prices. And if they raise prices, that is going to slow as far as consumers. They're not going to buy as much because it costs more. And so just amazing. You know, we'll stop it there. I just wanted to show you this whole idea of, yes, we can get more money now from the bottom 50%. So let's go after that. Now, remember, the big, beautiful bill just passed. That is said to add about $3 to $4 trillion to our national debt over 10 years. But what do? They cut taxes for the wealthy, but when it comes to the bottom half, they made cuts to some of these different programs. And so, like Medicaid and things like that. And so they're attacking, making cuts to working class and poor people. And now she's saying we even have more of an opportunity to take more money from working class and poor people by tariffs. And so it's just, I mean, you can't make this up. I mean, you have people, and you see the fear there when they're talking about Democrats. Well, Democrats come into office and they're just going to take all this money and they're going to spend it. But when it comes down to it, this is a strategy here. You talk about Democrats want to spend, but then you just pass a big, beautiful bill. That's a spending bill, and that's going to add to our national debt. And so Kudlow was saying that, well, maybe we should bring the tax rates down for everyone, use the tariffs to bring the tax rates down for everyone. That would be a better argument, bringing taxes down. But obviously, they want to bring taxes down for the wealthy. They want to bring that down a lot more than people who are at a point where they're borderline, they're paying taxes, but they're not paying that much. They want to bring it down for the wealthy more. But bringing it down for everyone, that's an argument to have. But when you're talking about we have an opportunity to get more money out of the working class and the poor people, it's just, wow, that doesn't sit right with me. But I want to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.